Hi everyone, so today we're going to learn how to ask, did you eat or have you eaten in Korean? Now, this is a fairly ordinary question to ask someone, but in Korea, people ask this question almost as a way of greeting someone. Now, don't get me wrong, when Koreans meet, they don't just ask, did you eat or have you eaten? Because that's a very strange way of greeting someone. But if you meet someone around the mealtime and after the initial greeting of saying hello and how are you, people often ask, did you eat or have you eaten? And it's just a polite and courteous and a considerate question to ask when you meet someone around the mealtime. Now, there are several different ways of asking this question depending on who you're talking to. First, if we're talking to friends, we can ask, 밥 먹었어? Did you eat? 밥 먹었어? To refer to meals, Koreans use the word 밥. 밥 means cooked rice, and just as a reference, uncooked rice is 쌀. Now, in nearly all Korean meals, 밥 is the most important dish on the dining table. 밥 is central to any good Korean meal, and it's accompanied by various banchan, side dishes. There may be a main dish like some meat or fish dish, and then there may also be guk, a soup. Now, the most important thing to remember is that while you can have a meal with only one or two side dishes, or even without guk, a meal isn't complete without 밥. So when Koreans refer to meals casually, they say 밥. And also, home-cooked meal or homemade meal is called 집밥. And this literally translates to home meal. Now, in terms of pronunciation, 밥 changes when it's used with the verb 먹었어. The 비읍 받침 sounds like a 미음 받침. So we don't say 밥 먹었어, we say 밥 먹었어, 밥 먹었어. Now, to refer to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we use the words 아침, 점심, and 저녁. 아침 and 저녁 mean morning and evening, but we use these words to refer to breakfast and dinner. Sometimes we can also say 아침밥, 점심밥, and 저녁밥 to refer to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But it's more common just to say 아침, 점심, and 저녁. So to ask whether someone has had breakfast, lunch, or dinner, we can use these words with the verb 먹었어. So we can ask 아침 먹었어? 점심 먹었어? 저녁 먹었어? Okay, so far pretty simple. Now, these questions are informal and we would only ask these questions to friends. So if we wanted to ask, let's say for example, our parents or someone we need to be more respectful towards, we don't just use the polite form of 먹었어, 먹었어요. We use the honorific form 들다 and conjugate it to 드셨어요. So we can ask 아침 드셨어요? 점심 드셨어요? 저녁 드셨어요? But we don't ask 밥 드셨어요? Because 밥 is a casual and informal word and it doesn't go with the verb 드셨어요, which is formal. Now in Korean, the standard word for meal isn't 밥. 밥 is a colloquial word and the standard word is Shiksa. And we can use this word Shiksa to ask the same question, but we don't use it with the verb 먹다. Instead, we use the verb 하다, which means to do, and we generally use the honorific form of 하다, 하시다 to ask, did you eat or have you eaten? So we can ask, 식사하셨어요? 식사하셨어요? We can also refer to breakfast, lunch, and dinner using Shiksa. And all you have to do is combine Shiksa with the words that refer to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So breakfast is 아침 식사, lunch is 점심 식사, and dinner is 저녁 식사. So to ask if someone has had their dinner, we can ask, 저녁 식사 하셨어요? 저녁 식사 하셨어요? Okay, so finally, we have the honorific form of Shiksa, and it's 진지. Now with 진지, it's not used with the verbs 먹다 or 하다, but it's used with the verbs 들다 or 잡수다. And both of these verbs are honorific forms of 먹다, which means to eat. So we can ask, 진지 드셨어요? 진지 잡수셨어요? Now, 진지 is a very formal word, and you would only ever use it to someone who is much more senior than you. And it's also a very old-fashioned term. So while you can use it in situations where you need to be formal and respectful, the use of 식사하셨어요 is formal and respectful enough. So this question, 식사하셨어요, is more commonly used than 진지 드셨어요? or 진지 잡수셨어요? The very formal. Okay, so today we learn how to ask did you eat or have you eaten using 3 words that refer to meals. 밥, 식사, and 진지. I hope you found today's lesson useful, and at the end of this video there is a lesson summary slide so you can screen capture it and review today's lesson in your own time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon again. Bye bye.